Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say good evening, Islam, Ashe, Assalamu alaikum. I want to greet you in peace as I come to you in peace. I just wanted to really quick to share some information with you guys and ladies about the difference between, as you see, money and currency. Are they the same? Are they, in fact, the same thing? I was just in a meeting in a leadership training, and we were talking about passion and doing things with passion and things like that, right? And I was gonna do this live tonight, and it's just how funny how things tie in. If you just plan to do something and then these things happen, right? So, as you know, a lot of stimulus going out. People going crazy with the stimulus, and everybody's wondering when they're gonna get theirs, all this stuff like that, right? It's amazing how money can motivate some people, right? Money can motivate some people. But how currency, money, is what we call it. But there's a clear difference, and I just wanted to break this down. What they're calling money is really not money in the definition, in the true definition of the word. All right. So, but we're valuing it as money. We're valuing it as money. It's like if someone came to you and said, "Hey, if you had a business, let's just say you were selling T-shirts, and someone says, 'Hey, man, I'll give you a goat for 10 of those T-shirts,' right? You wouldn't accept that as money. That wouldn't be money. But you can trade. That can be a form of currency, a medium of trade, right? And an agreement. And I want to get this very clear. Just because something is accepted as payment doesn't make it money. By the very definition of the word. So I'm going to reference a regular dictionary for the definition of money. And I want you guys to understand one thing too. Is that the dictionary that we use for everyday vernacular, for everyday speech that we speak, is not the language that we go by in this country. A lot of people will say, "Well, Davon, what do you mean? It's English. English is the language that we speak here. English is the language of the people, what the people speak, quote unquote English, right? Because we know that we don't speak the same thing as they do over in the UK, but just want you to understand that is not the official, well, that is not the language where things are governed by. There's a language in this country that most people don't know about. It's called legalese. And that's the reason why we get so many things confused. Because see, the everyday lexicon and the vernacular of the people in the dictionary can change over time because of the meanings that the people have accepted or adopted for those words. It may have nothing to do with the origin of the word, with the etymology, with anything. If we accept it as it means a certain thing, if it communicates a certain thing, then that can be added to the dictionary as that. Even they have an urban dictionary or Ebonics dictionary as well. That's funny though. But I'm from Baltimore, Maryland, right? I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. Grew up on the West Side, and let me show you how words can mean different things, and they can say the exact same thing, but the way that it's communicated can be it's different meanings in a way that things are communicated. I can say, "Hey, bro, you good?" Or you good, right? That means two different things with the exact same two words, right? It means two different things, right? And depending on where you are, if you don't understand that, that can cause some discrepancies, right? If you go in certain places saying certain things, right? That can cause some discrepancies. So when we go to deal with things in an official capacity, we got to understand that they are not using words that come from Webster's dictionary. They are not using that. They are not using that. And if you don't understand that, this is going to be a little bit difficult for you to understand as well. So I want to start with two definitions out of a standard dictionary, such as Webster's or whatever you may find. And I want to get the definition of money. All right. So I'm just going to put in the search for the word money. And let's see what comes up. All right. All right. So the definition for money, as I said in the beginning, is a current medium of exchange in the form of coins and banknotes collectively, right? So that's like these. This is what they're calling money, right? Everybody know what this is. This is a $1 bill, right? He has friends and family, range from one to whatever, right? But ladies and gentlemen, this is paper, right? This is paper. Understand that. Money. So that's the definition of money, right? All right, we got that one. So let's look up this old word here called currency. Now, I want you to watch how they differ. See, they leave clues in these regular definitions, but if you don't know, you don't know, because we take them for what it is, right? Right? So the definition of currency says a system of money in general use in a particular country, right? So this right here is a system. Right? Because we accept this. This is a piece of paper that we accept. If you don't know, this has absolutely no value but the value that we give it, right? I've seen people killed over this. A life is not worth more than this in some places. I've seen people killed over this. Crazy, right? Over dispute over money. I'm sure in every major metropolitan city, somebody's been murdered over it. I've seen people hurt, murdered, scammed. Brings out the worst in people, right? That's money. According to, but now remember those two definitions, right? So now I'm going to cite a definition from this book right here, right? Now I just want you guys to see what I'm referencing. So this book contains legalese in it, right? So I'm going to try to find the definition of money. In fact, something that's called real money. Because this book is very very detailed in what it says, because this is the legal definitions of what we call certain words. Man, you will be surprised what some of these words mean. If you ever get a chance, you can pick up this book at any bookstore, Barnes and Nobles, anything like that, or you can go order it off Amazon. Any one will be good, just so you can have, a reference point. And also, you want to get your dictionary, an old dictionary like 1812 Webster's or something like that. All right. So you have different kinds of money according to the law. According to the law, right? You have different kinds of money. But I want to pay attention to a couple of these, because you have current money. That's the money that circulates throughout the country, which is also interchangeable for the word currency, right? So that's current money. You have something what's called fiat money, right? Fiat money. That's what this is. This is fiat money. What is fiat money? Well, fiat money is paper currency not backed by gold or silver, right? That's what's, so if you ever hear me talk about fiat currency, I'm talking about paper money, Federal Reserve notes. That money is not backed by anything but your faith and trust in the government, right? And your faith or trust in the government. Now, I'm going to pause there for 1 second. I'm going to sit this book over here, and I'm going to pause there for 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to show you something, right? And we just spoke about this when we were talking about passion and stuff like that. And I had these items out because some people will work hard for this, right? I've done it. I've done it. I mean, come work so hard that you can't even kiss your children when you come home for these, right? Now, what I want to show you is something that I bought about 2.5 years ago. And this is, I don't know if you guys can see this when I hold this up. This is a brilliant uncirculated 2019 American Silver Eagle, right? 1 troy ounce. I don't know if you can see it. 1 troy ounce. Now, I want you to understand that this used to be the money in the United States. Silver coin used to be the money in the United States. This and this used to be worth the same amount. All right? This and this used to be worth the same amount. I bought this two years ago for about $17. You catch that? I bought this for 17 of these when they used to be worth the same amount pre-1933. These were interchangeable. 1 ounce of silver was a dollar. A 1/4 ounce was a quarter, 25 cents. You know, they used to have silver quarters back there. And they would break it down into all the denominations of coinage, but the coinage was made out of silver, was all part of, so you could redeem 1 ounce of silver with this bill. Well, not this particular bill, because this has changed, right? With this bill, these used to be silver certificates, right? Now they're not backed by anything at all, right? So that's what's called fiat money, fiat currency. However you want to mix it, you can mix it up, but it's not worth anything. Now, this Silver Eagle, after about 2 years, it's probably worth about $35 right now. If you try to buy one now, it's probably worth about $35. Brilliant uncirculated, probably about $35. But there's a clear difference in value, right? In value, but most people will go out for these and just, you know, do all kind of unspeakable acts, right? I mean, not only work a job, you know, from 8 to faint, and most people have no idea that these even exist. A lot of people have no idea that these even exist, let alone how to obtain them, right? So it's 2 different types of money. One is real and one is not. Let me give you a definition to what's called real money. All right. And it's, again, we're citing from Black's Law 7th edition. Real money, right? Real money is money that has metallic or other intrinsic value as distinguished from paper currency, checks, and drafts, right? Let's just stop there. So that's the legal definition of when you're talking about real money, right? In its current system, this is even going away. Now you have something that's called, you have these digital currencies like Bitcoin and all those things like that. And that's fine if that's your thing, right? That's fine. But these are never going out of style. These are never going away. This is, in fact, still real money. You know, in fact, silver and gold has been real money forever. You know, it's been precious since, people started trading things. People understood what it was. It was made illegal to have over a certain amount of gold. In 1933, citizens couldn't have that. People couldn't have it. You were told to come turn in all your gold, and they gave you paper. They gave you paper, right? But people will go to work, and people will have so much passion over this, right? And this has no more. It's not worth any more than the ink that's printed on it. In fact, anybody can come in. If anybody want to join a live, I'm going to allow them to do that. I don't want to let it run too long. But if you have input and you want to join a live, just let me know in the comments. I'll add you to the live so you can speak your piece. Now, this right here, everybody knows what this is. This is a $100 bill. This is a $1 bill. 2 pieces of paper, just printed with different stuff on them, right? Now, I want somebody to tell me what makes this one more valuable than this one, and they have about the same amount of ink on them. What makes them more valuable? They weigh roughly the same amount, right? What makes them one more valuable than the other? What makes you want more of these than these, right? If someone can answer that for me in the comments, I'd appreciate it. But yeah, so what we have, in fact, that, just to tie this all in, is that we have a system where we believe in one thing, and that's not necessarily what is the truth about money. We've been taught that the money that what we make is money, which I disagree. When you work for an hourly wage, you just receive what's called, in my opinion, pecuniary compensation, right? You have had no capital gains. You can't get back the time that you spent. You didn't make a profit. You didn't make a profit. You had no capital gains, and you can't get back the money that was spent. So with this right here, I told you I bought this. I believe it was for about $17 or $18 about two years ago. And in my ignorance, I was giving these away on the job as prizes to people, right? Because I bought quite a few of them. I was giving them away as prizes, going away presents, prizes, just, for people that I like. I would give them one of these. And it's a 2019 coin, 2019 Silver Eagle. What today is Silver Eagle, that's what worth well over $30 today, right? And I did nothing. I did absolutely nothing. It's been in the case, right? For, they've been in the case since I got them, right? I've done nothing. This right here has gone down in value over the last two years. It's gone down in value. You need more of these to buy the same stuff that we bought 2 years ago. If you think I'm lying, go to the gas station and try to get gas for the price it was two years ago. People are going to look at you crazy, like you're insane. Or if you have older people in your family, and when I say older, I mean people that lived in the 30s, right? that's 80, 90 years old, stuff like that. Go to the store for one of them, right? They would have a whole list of stuff. They have a whole list of stuff and give you a $10 bill because they don't understand, that because that's the price that things were when they were coming up. Now you need more of the $1 of dollars to get the same things. I say, man, these chickens and stuff, they must not be the same chickens that they selling in the markets when I came up. It just showed you that one is declining because it has no backing. It has no backing. As you see, just to tie it all in a relation to all of this, the reason why I was saying this because if you understand what happened over the last year, right? And we can get into why this is happening, why on another live, right? We can get into why. Fiat currency, the rate of what the Federal Reserve gives, per, real dollar, per stuff like that. We can get into that on another live. But if you see what's happening, that people rely on things that aren't necessarily true, because there's no such thing as a perpetual job. And I learned that the hard way because I was a construction worker for over 20 years. And every time that we finished building a building or the job was over, I was unemployed. So there's no such thing as a perpetual job. No such thing at all. If you don't believe me, I want you to understand how many healthcare workers are out of work in the time of COVID, right? So no job is secure. If you're working right now, you're deemed an essential worker. How many people have lost jobs if you're not an essential worker? And these were supposed to be essential fields, places like the post office, where, the mail system is all jacked up now. Places that you never thought would go out of business are closed forever. Right? Grocery store chains. I've even seen some gas stations closing, right? How does a gas station close? Right? So there's no such thing as a perpetual job. So what we need to understand is we need to change with the times and get with something that's a little more reliable and dependable. I learned a long time ago, about 20 years ago, from one of my mentors. He said this. He said, man, I would rather bet on me than bet on anybody else, right? And that's been my philosophy, before I met him. I counted on myself as opposed to depending on someone else. So even as a child, right? Yes, ma'am, Lolo. Now that's exactly true. And it's been my experience, I know a lot of construction workers that are laid off. A lot of construction workers that have suffered during COVID. And this building's being built every day, right? So just understanding that, I'm involved with a group of entrepreneurs where we think outside of that box, where we understand that, things from a different perspective of reality, is that we need to have something that is sustainable these days. Like these. See, this is sustainable. I did nothing, and this grew in value. I did absolutely nothing, but I was smart enough to make a purchase 2.5 years ago was when I bought these, right? And I continue to buy them, and they continue to go up in value. I made a lot of these, and you find yourself needing more and more and more and more because they continue to go down in value. If you think I'm lying, look at the gas pumps right now. Over $3 a gallon some places. And my cars use premium. So definitely over $3 a gallon everywhere I go. So ladies and gentlemen, saying all that to say this, if you want to get around some people that have your solutions and some people that's not going to add to your problems, drop a link down below in the comments. Drop a comment down below. Let me know. We'll definitely have something that for you to take a look at. We're not trying to force anybody to change their belief system or force anybody to do anything. And no, it's not Bitcoin. It's not Forex trading. It's something that's definitely sustainable and that's not a trend, right? And that we're actually doing this right now. Now, why would I show you this? Why would I show people what I'm doing? Because usually when people find out things like this, they don't show anyone. They keep it secret. I'm just not that way, right? I understand that the way that you free someone from any situation is first they have to believe that their condition can be better, right? And you arm them with information, right? You arm them with information, and that's how you free yourself. So, that's the thing that I always wanted somebody to do for me. So I just want to pay it forward. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, if you're interested in seeing information that, we're talking about something that is sustainable, something that is doable, very easy to do, no complicated, nothing to do. If you can send a text message, you can be successful. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're interested in seeing something like that, let me know. More information like this is going to be coming soon, and I'm going to do another video actually breaking down why the dollar is declining and how they can forecast these things and how they make a profit off the dollar declining, right? We can break all that down later on. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank everybody for coming out. I'm going to upload this video onto YouTube. And there'll be other content there as well. But I just thought that I should go live and just help you guys understand that, be passionate about something that's going to continue to grow with you, right? And because we believe some things that aren't necessarily true. The dollar is declining. That's a fact. Everybody knows that. But we work hard for them. And there's nothing wrong with hard work, right? When you have to do it, everybody loves a hard worker. But let's start working smarter, ladies and gentlemen, right? Because we only have a certain amount of time here, We're here for a good time, not a long time, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, good night. I am Davon Ruffin-El. Let me know down in the comments if you would like more information about strategies that we are using, that are growing. If not, no harm, no foul. Everything's not for everybody, right? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming out, and good night.